Welcome back! Today you are going to see the starboard side of our Westsail. It just happened that way.
Directly across from the head is the Midship Locker area, that's what we call it. We have all our boat and cruising books up here, nautical books. We have a hanging locker, which could fit quite a bit of clothing inside. Outboard of this locker is even more storage, which is more long-term storage for sheets and blankets and things that we don't really need too often. We also have 4 drawers that slide out, and at the bottom it's a drop-down locker. And these are all vented as well. Behind the books we have a Portlight, and we will be installing a LED dome light on the deck head.
We'd like to show you our pilot berth, but it's currently full of sails and wood for future projects. Just a second. This is our pilot berth. It's located on the starboard side of the vessel. It's fairly deep. It's going to be a good spot for while we're underway. We just need to get a mattress made for it. On the hull is cedar planking. And what we did was we insulated first with Armaflex and then with Reflectix, and then we installed cedar planks as it was just bare hull. There's a little locker here. There's lockers everywhere. There's nothing in there at the moment because we haven't finished it, but I'm sure we'll find a lot of stuff to put in there. So right now it looks nice and empty. Unfortunately though, we have to put all the sails back that we took out from there, as well as the wood. So underneath our pilot berth, which is now filled with crap, we have 3 really deep lockers. This is all James's clothing, this is all my clothing that doesn't hang, and this is sheets, towels, pillowcases, extra blankets and stuff like that. They're really deep. They actually go all the way out to the hull, so there's plenty of room to stuff stuff in there. And of course we have a cushion, because this comes out to be a really nice berth. I just kind of throw a pillow on there and have a real nice nap. So see you later, James. I'm going to take a siesta. We actually have a lot of storage underneath as well. So I'm going to just push this back a bit. We can take the cushion out. And there's a lot of storage that we can access underneath. As you've seen, we filled it up as well. And we have shoes and other things. We actually have a nice roll of charts down there as well. Now this end here, I don't know if you can see it, but the settee used to obviously come all the way to the bulkhead. The previous owner chopped it off because he lowered the diesel heater. We have a Newport Dickinson diesel heater, and he sort of butchered the end of it, and he dropped the stove so that it could be gravity fed from the diesel tanks aft. So we need to figure out what we're going to do with that. We have raised it to where I guess the previous owner had installed it, which made a lot more sense to us. And we're going to install a 12 volt pump to it and have a day tank somewhere up forward. So we're either going to extend this back to the bulkhead and get a longer mattress for it, or a cushion rather, or we'll just keep it this short. I think it all depends on how hot it gets down by the bottom of the heater. So over here we have a really nice shelf for our printer while we're living aboard. And we have our Danish courtesy flag. Thanks, Mads. And this actually used to be a post that went up to the deck head, but when we redid the deck head, we had to take it down. But we will install a new one. I like the idea of the deck head being supported by a couple of posts because there is a lot of weight on the cabin top. So that's going to be a little future project. And down here, of course, we have the hanging locker, or wet locker. And right now it just holds a lot of our jackets. And yeah, it's pretty deep. It's vented. So that's a really nice spot to keep all the jackets, especially if they're wet, and just kind of have them out of the way.
So this is the Nav Station on the Westsail 32. It's also a great kitchen counter. It's got so much space for preparing meals, and it's right across from the galley. So primarily it's a Nav Station, or whatever you want to use it for, I guess. We are going to refinish this and do quite a bit of work on here. We have some painting to do as well. Plenty of storage. This is where we keep a lot of our extra line and our climbing harness to go up the mast. And in this locker here is a built-in whale gusher pump. And that's our primary manual bilge pump. Nice and handy. As far as electronics go, we have this ICOM VHF marine radio. We'd like to get a extension microphone for the cockpit, and also, which is right now it's not attached, but we have the JRC 1500 radar, and that's going to be mounted somewhere in a future video. Behind me is a work in progress. We have a brand new AC panel, 110 volt. It's a Blue Sea panel. And just beside it is a ProSport 3 battery smart charger. And beside that is going to be our 12 volt panel and our main battery switch once it's finished. That'll also be a future video. So below the nav table we have a series of drawers and a cabinet. The cabinet contains some more kitchen gadgets because we have so many kitchen gadgets. Also in here is our depth sounder. It's an in-hull transducer. That's down here. And we have a series of charts that came with the vessel. And up here we have kitchen implements and utensils, making it a dual-purpose nav station, both for liveaboard and cruising. Some of the Westsails have a lift top version, so this wouldn't be a drawer. You would just lift this whole thing, would come up, and it would have storage underneath. So because we're living aboard our Westsail 32 and not really cruising at the moment, this is how we keep our food cold. Because we showed you the ice box and it was more a dry storage, this is our refrigerator. Of course, this won't be here when we're cruising.
This is our engine access with the companionway steps removed. The steps kind of come apart like Lego, so it's always interesting to take them out and put them back again. This is our Beta Marine 3-cylinder diesel, 28 horsepower. It's fresh water cooled via the heat exchanger. And Betas are really nice because they're user serviceable. There's a pump there for oil changes. And we need to clean our engine room.
In our next video, we will feature the airhead, our installation of it, and how we like it so far. Hi, and welcome to Through the Portlight.
Today we'd like to take you on a little interior tour of our Westsail 32. Come on. That's cheesy. Hey, what?
Sorry.
You were like...
And I'll show you the shower pan below. Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay. There's like a point I want to make and I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm trying to think. It's on the tip of my tongue. Where was I going with this?
Memory foam.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
We're gonna pump out the bridge. Hey, come on in. We'll give you a look around.